Alright man, so recently I've been listening to Future's 2020 release, High Off Life. While listening to it, I realized that normally with music, when you listen to something so much, you normally get sick of it. But for this album in particular, compared to other albums of his, I've never really felt that way. So then I asked myself, what makes Future's High Off Life album so timeless? Now, when you put into comparison with his previous releases before 2020, the sound selection and overall beats are all very unique and memorable in their own way. Since it's not following the traditional sound that Future brings, the past elements can for sure still be heard, but the melodies are what I feel gave this album so much replay value. With that being said, I went through each song from the album to study the sounds used, how they became so unique, and how they're created. So today in this video, I'll be showing you exactly that. Now man, let's just get right into it. So melody wise, I feel like the ones that really stand out to me from the album are songs like Posted with Demons, Riding Strikers, and stuff like that. Since the melodies on those are just crazy, so we're gonna kind of have some sort of influence on that. So the other day, I actually attempted this technique and I created this sample. So yeah, pretty cool vibe, and I feel like that's very unique. If you guys want me to break down the sample, let me know and I can do it in a different video. But for this one, this is just some sort of inspiration, something in that sort of fashion. I did this by following the technique which I'm going to be showing you guys today in this video, which completely goes against everything I've said in my previous videos, because I normally talk about removing sounds, but I actually want to go against that and have almost too many sounds. When you have so many sounds in the mix, but they're like similar sounds, it doesn't sound as if there's that many sounds in the mix. If that makes sense, because that sounded very confusing. I'm gonna go to engine right here, as you guys can see. We're just gonna go straight to the instrument section for some pluck strings maybe. You're gonna see me make the MIDI and think, what the heck is he doing? But it kind of all makes sense, right? It's just to get a sort of bounce, and then we create a real MIDI over it. What we got? Gitten. Again, as you can see, when you go down, it changes it. So we're gonna try and sort of combine them so it sounds like it's being actually played, because I don't even know what a gitten is, let alone do I have one. I'm gonna bring it down to about 1 2 2. So I'm gonna start off by just adding some little sort of third step things here. Maybe let's go to third step. Now we can mess around with the velocity. I'm just gonna change the sound, but I kind of like that rhythm we're going for. So I'm gonna bring us across and try and just switch up here. There we go. Got a velocity in here as well. And now we can kind of mess around with these lower notes. Bring this up to an F sharp. Change this. Cool, so we kind of have this, and as you can hear, it sounds very random right now, but this is a great kind of thing to build off. So now I'm going to go to the velocity and really randomize this. So actually, you know what? In fact, I'm going to bring it all the way down. Get a bit of strum on this as well. Of course, this sounds very random, as I said. So now we're going to just kind of go to the mixer right now. One thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to a halftime. That's hard. Okay, so now I'm gonna export that out, and now we can have 2 layers right here. So now I'm gonna also export out normally as well. So now I want this halftime one to actually be a higher octave than what it normally is. So that's pretty cool. And now what I'm gonna do with this top one right here is I'm actually just gonna bring this all the way across like this, so it's actually half the time, but without halftime. You know what I mean? Put on stretch so it's the same key. Now we have this sort of ambience. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn down this high octave one, which is up here. It's a higher frequency, and stuff with higher frequencies we can hear in our ears more. Even though if on the mixer it looks like it's quiet, it's not actually quiet, like to us anyway. So I'm going to pan this to the left as well. I'll pan this to the right. So now I'm going to go and get my normal sample master channel to kind of link this to. I like this because it's got an archetype choreo 1, which is pretty much a guitar amp, but music's here to break the rules. We're not using it for a guitar. The boost the highs. This makes it mono, but also just crisp. So now we have this. I want to go to a contact and get a little piano just to kind of support everything that's going on. Now we're just going to kind of just build some notes on top. Okay, definitely that. And as you can see, I'm kind of letting them bleed into each other, because then it sounds more like I've actually played it. Now we can just play some other little ones on the top and stuff like that, of which we can just bring the velocity down so it's not really in the mix, but just something in the background to really support what we can hear. We get some low notes in here as well, could be cool. But really bring the velocity down so you can't hear it as much. Okay, I like that. So now maybe some higher notes. Also, I said when it's higher frequencies, we hear it more. So let's turn the velocity down. Like that. Cool. So now let's bring that across. And now I'm just going to do Alt S. So now as you can hear from this piano, it doesn't really sound very sampled yet. So I'm going to bring this back to the master channel. I'm going to go to a plugin like Cymatics Origin. Make it sound a bit more older. Bit of saturation here would be nice. Now what I'm going to try and do actually is I'm going to go to a kilohertz pitch shifter right here. Now I have this up an octave and I'll bring the mix down. It's like just in the background. Yeah, that sounds a little more older, doesn't it? And now we need some sort of textures. Well, that's very cool. Cool, so now I'm going to link this to the master again, and I'm going to get just a normal parametric EQ. Get a little telephone sort of filter on. Alright, sick. So now I'm hearing some sort of flute on here. So I'm going to go straight to the Phasma multi-kit, which is out now, guys. If you guys haven't caught Phasma, I don't know what you're doing. If I'm honest, I use this kit. As you guys can see from the videos, I use it in every single video. Not just because it's my kit, but because I generally like the kit. It's got phrases, a drum kit, samples, one-shots, melodies, starters, and a bonus section. And if you guys are still unsure to try it, since it's been about a week now, you can go cop the free demo, which is finally out now on ellis.com as well. So you can cop that. If you guys enjoyed that, maybe check out the full version. Let's go to the phrases section and just go to flute. Maybe we can stretch this out, double the length. I feel like we're gonna speed this up after, so maybe just like this, but we can chop this up a little bit. So maybe we use this end bit as well. Put a little stereo shaper on that. Now, you know what? Yeah, I think it's time we speed it up. Bring it to like 155. There we go. Now we've got some more rhythm. Now I feel like it needs a sort of bass underneath this. I want like a simple one. Oh, that says it. Like this. That's kind of hard. I need some vocals. Oh, would you look at that? So yeah, guys, of course I'm gonna go back to Phasma and just look for some vocals to go underneath this, and I think we might be there. Maybe just that low key. That sounds kind of cool. I think this one sounds good. Now let's bring this bass back into key, so it's in B, so let's bring it up 3. Pause! What the heck? It's always whenever the 808 hits, it just hits. Alright man, so yeah, after the arrangement, this is the final beat.
Ellis. Lost.